1,570 square kilometers emerged from the depths of the sea over 3 million years ago. Since then, it has played a vital role in shaping the world as we know it. The emergence of the Isthmus of Panama, the link between Central and South America, determined world climate. For example, it originated the Caribbean's tropical climate and generated the temperatures that made certain European regions inhabitable. Centuries later, following the discovery of the Pacific Ocean, Panama became the starting point for the expedition to conquer Peru. The discovery of the Southern Sea awakened the Spanish crown's interest in building a shorter passage between the oceans. As time passed, Panama became the route to transport the gold that, originating in America, sustained Iberian power for several centuries. Later on, Panama would become the ideal passageway to shorten the distance between the U.S. coasts during the California Gold Rush. Due to the route's world-scale potential, France embarked in the construction of a sea-level canal through Panama in 1880, following the agreement with Colombia for that purpose. The French labored for 20 years, but diseases and mismanagement finally brought the Titanic enterprise to financial ruin. In 1903, the same year it declared its separation from Colombia, Panama signed a treaty by which the United States undertook the construction of the canal across the isthmus. On August 15, 1914, the passage between the Atlantic and Pacific was inaugurated at last, thus crowning a 500-year-old journey. This impressive engineering feat is comprised of 3 sets of locks, Gatún on the Atlantic side and Pedro Miguel and Mira Flores on the Pacific. The canal required the creation of Gatún Lake, at the time the world's largest artificial lake. The system of locks lifts ships either on the Atlantic or the Pacific side to the level of the Gatún Lake, 25 meters above sea level. Ships cross the continental divide when navigating through the Panama Canal. The United States operated and managed the canal while it governed the areas neighboring the waterway. However, since the agreement was signed in 1903, the Panamanian people began to claim their sovereignty over the entire territory. The most critical period in the relations between both nations came about on January 9, 1964, when Panamanian students hoisted the flag in the canal zone under U.S. jurisdiction. This incident turned into a riot, leaving a tragic balance for the Panamanian side. These events, preceded by the Panamanians' long struggle, paved the way for the negotiations between both countries that concluded in 1977 with the signing of the Torrijos-Carter Treaties. The agreements acknowledged Panama's sovereignty and stipulated the transfer of the canal administration on December 31, 1999. Once in Panamanian hands, the canal faced the challenge of increasing its profitability to generate benefits for the Panamanian people and to attend to the urgent demand for its services. The letter promoted the canal administration to undertake a series of studies which determined the need to expand the waterway's operating infrastructure. After several years of thorough analysis, the proposal for the Canal was presented to the country and voted for in a national referendum. The expansion works began officially on September 3, 2007, in the neighboring community of Paraíso. The project encompasses the construction of 2 new sets of blocks, one on the Pacific and another on the Atlantic side, capable of accommodating more ships and of a greater size. The new locks complexes will have sliding gates, in contrast with the current ones that work with hinges. The system will have water-saving basins in order to make better use of this valuable resource and to guarantee its conservation. The magnitude of the works underway is already evident. Dry excavation works require the use of huge and modern equipment that conveys the dimensions of the project. The canal expansion brings forth direct and indirect jobs, and it promotes new investments. These factors on their own also inspire multiple and diverse activities, technological transfer, and quality of life improvement within the country. The expansion program should be completed in 2014 to coincide with the centennial of the Panama Canal's inauguration. As a result, the shortcut between the seas will continue to serve world trade and to benefit the